Okay, in last class, I explained atomic number, and mass number concept, and also we did exercise based on the knowledge of atomic number and mass number. You can able to calculate number of electrons, protons, neutrons in neutral atom. Okay. Today I want to explain the difference between neutral atom and charged atom. So I want to clear you what is the atom and what is the ion. So neutral atom means it contains equal number of electrons and protons. It contains equal number of electrons and protons in it. That is called neutral atom. Okay. So for example, sodium. You know very well the atomic number of sodium is 11. So atomic number of sodium is 11 means it contains 11 electrons which are present around the nucleus, and also 11 protons which are present in the nucleus. Okay. So you write down atom, neutral atom. You write down the definition of neutral atom. Neutral atom. Write down. Neutral atom is atom does not have any charge. Does not have any charge. It contains equal number of electrons. Equal number of electrons and protons. Equal number of electrons and protons. For example, you know sodium. This is sodium. Its atomic number ANO, atomic number nothing but Z, equal to 11. So when we know atomic number 11, what that means? 11 means it contains 11 electrons. That means it contains electrons. 11 means minus 7. You know minus means electrons are having net charge, minus charge. That's why it is minus 7. Okay, you know it contains electrons around the nucleus. Electrons are present around the nucleus in an atom. Around the nucleus. Okay, that is 11 minus 11. Contains protons. P. You know electrons means E. Protons also number is plus 7. 11. That means plus 7. So neutral atom is having same number of electrons and same number of protons. You know very well electrons are present around the nucleus, but what about protons present in the nucleus? Okay. So for example, here I can draw the picture. This you know center of the atom is nucleus. Here how many protons are there? Plus 11. So around nucleus, how many electrons are there? Minus 11. So plus 7 minus 7, that is equal to sodium 0. Plus 7 minus 11 counterbalance. Together what the charge sodium is having? 0 charge. Why? Because Minus 7 is balanced by plus 7. Have you understood? Right, you write down. Okay. In the same way, we can observe another example. Another example. Let us you take nitrogen atom. Second example, you can take nitrogen. Is neutral atom. Neutral atom. Its atomic number is Z is equal to how much atomic number is 7. That means in this number of electrons, number of total electrons, E minus electrons are minus 7. Number of protons, C protons, E plus are plus 7. That's why nitrogen is neutral atom. Is it clear? For example 3, neon is an atom. You know, neon is an atom, neutral atom, and a neutral atom. Its atomic number is 10. So how many electrons are present? Minus 10 electrons are present. Electrons. How many protons are present? Plus 10. So number is 10, 10. Equal number of protons and electrons. Why we put here minus? Electrons are having negative charge. Why we keep plus? Protons are having positive charge. Have you understood, Lucky? Okay. After understanding the neutral atom, we go for ions. What do you mean by ions? Ion or ions? Ion. Next definition we are going to discuss, that is ion. So ion means it is a charged atom. It is a charged atom. Charged atom. It contains. It contains. It contains unequal number of electrons. It contains unequal number of electrons. It is a charged atom. It contains unequal number of electrons with respect to protons. With respect to protons. So that means ion means having unequal number of electrons and unequal number of protons. Okay. See here, you write one more point. Ions are formed when atoms lose or gain the electrons. Gain the electrons. So why ions are formed? Atoms can lose or gain the electrons. So I can give you example for your better understanding. So for example, you see sodium plus 1. This is sodium ion. Sodium ion. That means it contains 10 electrons. It contains 10 electrons. That means minus 10. 10 protons. 10 protons. That means plus. Sorry, it contains 11 protons, not 10. 11 protons. That means plus 11. So minus 10 plus 11. Overall charge is plus. So how much difference is there? Here electrons are only 10. Why? Why? Because Na plus 1 means it loses one electron. I will explain. I can give you atomic structure. You write it. See, you know, in neutral sodium, just now we discussed, in neutral sodium what happens? Plus 11 protons. Plus 11 protons are present in nucleus. Outside the nucleus, 11 protons are present in the nucleus. Outside the nucleus, how many electrons? Minus 11. Okay. Here what happens? Sodium ion means this neutral sodium loses one electron. Minus 1. Minus 1. It loses one electron. By this what happens? Here plus 11 protons are present. 11 protons are present in the nucleus. But one electron is removed. Here one electron is replaced. One electron removed. So whenever you can remove one electron or it loses one electron, here what happens? How many electrons are there? Minus 10. Okay, here plus 7 protons, minus 10 electrons. The net charge is plus 1. That's why here sodium means neutral sodium means Na. Okay, here ion becomes what? Plus 1. That means when it loses one electron, it attains what charge? Plus 1. Lucky, open your mic.
Yeah.
Did you understand this? Is అర్థమైందా?
Yes. Yeah, understand.
ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే న్యూట్రల్ సోడియంలో ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ 11, ప్రోటాన్స్ 11, మైనస్ 11 ప్లస్ 11 కౌంటర్ బ్యాలెన్స్ అయింది కాబట్టి సోడియం మీద ఛార్జ్ ఎంత వస్తుంది మనకు? Na 0 వస్తుంది. ఓకే, ప్లస్ 11 మైనస్ 11 మీన్స్ సోడియం 0. ఓకే, open your voice, Lucky.
Yeah, I opened and I am listening.
See, plus 11 minus 11 means 0 charge. That's why it is neutral, no? So when it loses one electron, what happens? One electron is decreasing. That means we have only 10 electrons, minus 10. How many protons are present in nucleus? 11 protons. There is no change in protons. So overall charge, what happens? Plus 7 minus 10 means you are getting charge plus 1. So sodium plus 1, it is nothing but what? Ion. What it is? Ion. So it loses one electron, it becomes ion. That means what I said here, it is a charged atom. It contains unequal number of electrons. Actually, in charged atom, what happens? How many electrons are there? 10 electrons. How many protons are there? 11. That means unequal number of electrons and protons. That is called ion. Generally, ions are formed when atoms are lose or gain the electrons. Okay. Completed your writing? So to understand ions in depth, in order to understand ions in depth, what we will learn, you have to learn definition of electropositivity. What is electropositivity? What is electronegativity? You can have the idea about electropositivity and electronegativity. With that knowledge, you can easily understand the ions in depth. Okay, now I am explaining what is electropositive. You write down the heading electropositive character. What do you mean by electropositive character? It is shortly written as EP. Electropositive. Okay, electropositivity means, see, you write down, I will explain clearly. The property of tendency to lose the electrons, from atom. The property of tendency to lose the electrons from atom is called electropositive, is called EP. That character is called EP. Okay. Generally metals are having more EP character, so that metals lose electrons to form positive ions. These are called cations. Positive ions are called what? Cations. So these are very important things. I will explain clearly. Just you note down. See, what do you mean by electropositive character? That is one of the property. Tendency to lose the electrons from neutral atom. That is nothing but electropositive character. In our chemistry, elements are three types. That we will discuss later. Elements are three types. So in our chemistry, elements are three types: metals, non-metals, metallites. So that concept of metal, non-metals we will discuss later. For at this stage, you have to know these 2 points. What is that? What do you mean by electropositivity? Tendency to lose the electrons. One thing. Which one having more electropositivity? Generally, metals are having more electropositivity. That's why metals tend to lose the electrons, become positive ions. So those positive ions, what we call cations. This is to remember, lucky. Those positive ions, what we call cations. So I write some positive ions here. What is this? Sodium plus 1. This is a positive ion, nothing but cation. K plus 1, Be plus 2, Al plus 3, Mg plus 2. All these are ions, etc. You write down. I will explain clearly later, but you have to write down. Okay. Okay, after discussing electropositivity, then next following property is electronegativity. Electronegativity. You write down electronegativity. See, it is shortly represented as EL, electronegativity. Okay. What do you mean by electronegativity? Electronegativity means, see, the property of tendency, to gain electrons to gain electrons by the atoms. By the atoms. He is not electronegativity. He is not electronegative. Okay. So losing property is called what? Electropositivity. Gaining property is called what? Electronegativity. So here generally metals are having more electropositive. No. Here generally, you write down second point. Generally, non-metals having non-metals having more electronegativity, more electronegativity. More electronegativity, more electronegative character, so that non-metals gain electrons to form negative charged ions. You know which are called negative charged ions, which are called anions. So positive ions are called what? Cations. Negative ions are called what? Anions. So I give you some example. What is this? Cl minus, it is anion. Br minus, it is anion. Oxygen minus is one of the anion. Like that we have N minus 3, etc. All these are minus charged ions, nothing but anions. Now is it clear what is cation and what is anion? Lucky you should write your running note systematically. Okay, you should maintain notes systematically. What I am explaining here, the same thing you copy down. Completed up to this. Very good. Next, basing on this knowledge. Okay, with this knowledge, you have to calculate what is that number of electrons, protons, neutrons in ions. Yesterday, what we did in last class, you have calculated presence of electrons, protons, neutrons in neutral atoms. Understood? Today we are going to calculate. Right now, question or exercise. Exercise. Question will be like this: calculate number of electrons, protons, neutrons. You know, electrons means minus, protons means plus, neutrons means 0. Calculate number of electrons, protons, neutrons in the following ions. This is the question. In the following ions. Okay. That is the following ions I write here. Ca plus 2. Then second one K plus. Third one. See, Ca plus 2 means calcium ion. You write down name also. Calcium ion. This is potassium ion. Third one I write. What is that? Cl minus 1 chloride ion. Fourth one N minus 3 nitride ion. See, lucky you are going to calculate electrons, protons, neutrons in the following ions. Yesterday in last class, what we did? We have calculated, but in neutral atoms, no. This is our exercise. See, the first one we are doing number of electrons, protons in calcium, CFS. You know atomic number. What is atomic number of calcium? Z is 20. So whenever Z is 20, protons are P plus. That means 20. So atomic number Z means that is equal to protons 20. How many electrons are there? This metal loses 2 electrons. That's why it loses 2 electrons means there is a decrease of 2 electrons. That means how many electrons? 18. 18, isn't it? Okay. Then whenever you want to calculate neutrons, what is the formula of neutrons? A minus Z. Okay. How much mass number of calcium? What is that? 40. You know, mass number A is equal to 40. You know this. So 40 minus Z. Z means 20. You know, 40 minus 20. That means 20. So in neutrons are 20. You remember protons are 20. Electrons are 18. Okay. How many neutrons are there? 20. 20 neutrons are there. This is the answer. Okay, Lucky. So here what happens? You try to understand what happens. Electrons, actually atomic number Z is 20. Z is 20. That means that Z represents protons. But actually electrons also 20. But what happens? It has last 2 electrons. That's why you can remove 2 electrons from 20. By then you are getting what? 18, no? Then second example, potassium. Potassium ion. You can take potassium ion. That is K plus. Potassium. You know atomic number. Potassium atomic number. You know Z is equal to, I think, sodium potassium. Sodium potassium. 12. Okay. Then mass number 24. See, actually sodium potassium. Never 19. I think the atomic number is 19. Okay. Then what is its mass number? 37. Am I right? Lucky. Atomic number 19, mass number 37. Okay. Then how many protons are there? 19. No doubt. How many electrons are there? You can this potassium lose 1 electron. That's why electrons are 18. How many neutrons are there? The neutrons formula is A minus Z. That is equal to 37 minus 19. Okay. 37 minus, sorry, 19. This is 39. I think 39. 39 minus 19. That means how many neutrons are there? 20. 20. Okay, this is the right. So atomic number of potassium is 19. Mass number is 39. So atomic number gives rise the information about the protons. That means 19 means potassium ion is having same number of protons, which is equal to atomic number. Electrons, it has last 1 electron. That's why 19 minus 1. 19 minus 1 becomes 18. What about protons? N is equal to A minus Z. That means 39 minus 19. So how many neutrons we have? 20. Okay, like me. Did you understand this? Open your mouth. Open your mic.
Yeah, understood.
Good. In the same way, next you can calculate the third one. Nitride ion. What this is nitride ion? Nitride ion means N minus 3. This is N minus 3. So you know nitrogen atomic number. Nitrogen atomic number, that is equal to 7. So Z7 means protons. P plus are 7. You want electron, you know, N. See, one thing you remember, lucky. So atomic number is 7. That's why it is equal to number of protons. But nitride air, you are going to calculate number of electrons in nitride air. So nitrogen possessing which charge -3. That means it can accept how many electrons? 3 electrons. That means 7. It can accept 3 electrons. That means 7 plus 3, 10 electrons. 7 plus 3, 10 electrons. But what about neutrons? So Z is equal to 7, A is equal to 14. 14 minus 7. So neutrons are 7. This is your answer. So I think you confused here. Electrons, how electrons are 10 means, listen, how electrons are, actually atomic number is 7. In that already 7 electrons are there, but we are calculating electrons in nitride air. That means nitrogen can accept 3 electrons from other source. Adding 3 electrons becomes N minus 3. Adding 3 electrons means 7 plus 3. How much? 7 plus 3. How much? That becomes 10, you know.
Writing completed. Please continue.
Okay, then fourth one. Fourth one, see. Cl minus 1. It is very easy to understand. Cl minus 1 means chloride ion. Chloride ion. You know, the atomic number of chlorine is, I think chlorine is 17. 17. Mass number means A. Atomic number is Z. Atomic number is Z, you know. 17. Mass number A, 35. 35. Okay. Actually, in your notes, 35.5. But you don't want to write 0.5 and all those things. You ignore it. So mass number is 35. Atomic number is 70. You want to calculate the protons. P plus. How many protons are there? 7. How many electrons are there? 17 electrons are there. But calculating what? Cl minus 1. No? Minus 1 means plus 1. You can add plus. So how many electrons are present? 8. Protons are 17. Neutron formula A minus Z, that is equal to 35 minus 17. So 35 minus 17. Tell me answer, Lucky. 35 minus 17. I want answer. 35 minus 17. 18, no? Okay. So in chloride ion, number of protons are 17, number of electrons are 18, number of neutrons are 18. Okay, Lucky. Okay, with this we completed. Today what we are discussing, listen, I repeat one more time. Today I explained ion, difference between atom and ion, and what is electropositive character and what is electronegative character, and by this knowledge, with this knowledge, how we can find out number of electrons, protons, neutrons in ions, not in atoms, in ions. In last class we calculated electrons, protons, neutrons in atoms. Today we calculated what is that presence of electrons, protons, neutrons in ions. Okay, let us stop here. Remaining part will continue in the next class. See you.
1 minute, please. Please stop the recording.
Wait.